To open a portal and return to the nearest capital, you can do this by pressing T on the keyboard. To spawn into an unlocked waypoint, you need to press Tab, and in the map, press the icon of the waypoint. It should look like a white and blue icon, as you can see here in the middle. You can see the world here you're actually at on the main screen at the top right corner. You can see an icon there. You can see that I'm now tier 1. It's kind of a brownish icon. To get crafting materials, you need to go to the Blacksmith, and there you need to salvage the items that you don't need. You can mark them with space and then salvage them. Also, salvaging will break them into crafting materials and unlock their appearances for you, which you can see in the wardrobe. You can recognize the location on the minimap and on the map with an anvil with hammering icon. For players to gain access to the Blacksmith, they must initially navigate through Prologue of Diablo IV and arrive at Kyovashad. Once the prologue is successfully concluded, the game's open world becomes fully accessible, enabling players to discover various blacksmiths scattered throughout the map. During your exploration, you're going to find blue circles on the minimap, like you see here on the top right. These areas, you can find them in several locations. You can use emotes there in order to get different rewards. So in this location, you need to cheer. If you do it in the blue circle in front of a specific statue, for example, it will give you pots. So these are little puzzles. You can toy around with different emotes and see what works there and get rewarded for it. To see all the available aspects that you have, you can press directly Y to go to collections. And then choose Codex of Power. And then you can see all the different aspects that you have in the Codex of Power in categories. You can see all of them, or just go defensive, offensive, resource utility, or mobility. You can also click Show by Class only to see only those who actually matches and you can use for your class. You can also see them that based on the item types that they are allowed to be embedded. Those you haven't unlocked yet gonna appear grayed out. But you can still browse all of them and go over them and see what each one does. To inspect other players in Diablo IV, on PC you need to press E on the keyboard to bring the action wheel, and then you have the option to choose and inspect a player. You see Inspect. The way you inspect, you need to put a cursor on the specific player that you want to inspect, and then press E. Then it will show you the option to inspect that specific player. Alright, so again, you put a cursor, press E, and then choose Inspect in the option menu. Keep in mind that some players might have their profile private, so you won't be able to do this. Something to keep in mind. You can see your character on the main screen on the top right. You can see I'm level 14, and now I got enough XP to turn into level 15. So watch at the top right, you're gonna see your current level. Specializations are unlocked for your character when you reach level 15, as you can see here. Once I unlock level 15, depends on the class, each one has different type of specialization features. So in case of the druid, I unlock the spirit boons. And again, for each class, it's going to be something else, but all of these unique specialization features will be unlocked at level 15. To turn items gear into legendaries, you need to go to the occultist. You're going to unlock it once you reach level 25. Once you do, you're going to interact with the NPC, Damon. This will open up features for you that you can use in order to upgrade items to legendaries, either using Aspect from your inventory or from the Codex of Power. This means you also have the option to extract legendary perks from other legendary items, extract them and bring them back into other items. In this case, I'm using one from Codex of Power, which I unlocked by doing one of the dungeons. Then you need to choose the item. It needs to be, of course, one that actually fits for the aspect, and then imprint. Keep in mind, once you imprint it, you cannot extract it back. Of course, you can do that to an already legendary item, but if you put it for a rare item, it will turn into a legendary. To craft potions, you do it at the alchemist. You can recognize it by this icon. In this case, it's in Kyovashad. Now, we have different options like upgrading, for example, your healing potions, but you can do more. You can refine resources and craft elixirs. To craft elixirs, you see different options. You can unlock more as you continue playing, but these are the ones that are available right now. So you can see there are elixirs that give you resistance and other type of options which you can use. Once you craft them, they're going to appear in the consumable tabs in your inventory. And you need specific resources and gold in order to craft them. You can see the total amount of gold at the bottom left. And again, once you craft them, they're going to be in the consumable tab.